guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Khawla Al Shehhi, an Emirati freediver and instructor who's breaking barriers and inspiring us all, known for her stunning underwater photography and her passion for pushing boundaries. We're so excited to have her here this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the invitation.
Welcome.
Good morning to all.
So you've become a role model for Emiratis in the diving community. What inspired you to start diving?
Actually started it since a couple of years while traveling from an island to another island with my friends. So from there I was just like looking at the turquoise, the clear, crystal clear water, want to dive in and stay the maximum time to see those underlife marine, how they do, how they behave, and that makes me curious to know more and put that passion in mind. Khalas, I have to start this somehow and do the open water license and just enjoy the moment. But from there I get addicted. I couldn't stop it. And I want to discover all over the oceans and the open sea, the closed sea, rivers, whatever comes to your mind, whatever comes to my mind, I want to just keep discovering and see who's living there, what they're doing, what are the mammals, what are the macroscopical creatures that living there. It's another world.
Free diving just astounds me. It really does. And just before the show, we were discussing what is your record for being underwater, holding your breath, and how do you prepare to reach that point?
Actually, I crossed the 20 meters depth, Fujairah, Khorfakan, somewhere in the east coast of UAE. We're just practicing with the others, trying to just enhance my skills and put myself in a deeper. Lots of ideas comes to my mind actually under the water, and the maximum time I spend the 2.5. But I know that I can make it in a shorter to dig deep up to 20 meters.
Wow. So cool.
2.5 minutes.
I can't imagine me doing this honestly at all.
Yeah, I have to train you. I have to take you for at least to give you a chance. To give you a technique and.
So it requires a lot of training, basically.
There are actually some dry training, but mostly you have to train your mind first. That you're underwater. You used to be underwater in our mother's tummy, so we are used to this. So it's nothing new to the human to be underwater.
So you said that you have to mentally prepare yourself.
Exactly.
So have you experienced any mental challenges while being underwater?
No, actually I'm adventurous. I don't have that kind of fear. I have to study the place. I have to study the dive site, first of all. The darkness makes you feel a bit weird, but if you have the lightning and everything, I love night dives. I love to do lots of night dives. I know the creatures who comes after the sunset different than ones.
Really?
They sleep like us, yes. After the sunset, they usually sleep, and they sleep with open eyes.
So that's so amazing that your passion is kind of comes from what you see underwater. So like, what would astound us? Tell us something that like was the most memorable thing you've seen underwater.
When I wake up at 4 a.m. in Mauritius, heading to see the sperm whale and humpback whale. And I was surprised by the time I went with my camera. I was just looking, staring at them, like how huge, between 6 meters, the calf, to the 16 meters, the mother. So I can see how huge they are, and they can wink. You know, I am at that size of the eye. I'm very small in comparison to them. So I was staring at them just like for half an hour, looking at them, how they are just behaving like normal mother with the children around her. The father away was just like, you know, trying to recognize the gender, looking at how they are just gigantic and practicing their life normally early in the morning, and the father come back with the food in the mouth to feed the rest of the family.
Oh, that's so cute.
The same like the normal human. Imagine.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Do you have a support system there? How many people are with you when you're
Usually we go at least we have to be 2 free divers, because actually the whales, they don't like the bubbles, and they are not interested like the sharks. The shark will be curious to know who's there and what they're doing, but the whale just would leave easily and just like will not give us attention. So we're enjoying the moment, me and my daughter.
Oh, your daughter also dives? Like,
She
you teach
does.
them, yeah.
She does, yeah. She's advanced scuba diver, and she's a free diver as well.
Amazing.
So have you seen any scary or dangerous stuff underwater? Or is it usually just like really beautiful, gorgeous animals to see?
Actually, I've seen lots of sharks, but I call them the underwater pet because they
wow.
are not really, they're usually scared from the human because they are behaving and they spending their life normally, we have to respect their environment and look after them actually.
So they don't attack unless provoked, basically.
Yeah, I consider myself an ocean guardian. I will not hurt them. I will behave, a scuba diver or a diver. Ethical behavior should respect the place. I call it the blue museum. It's not a normal place for me. It's a blue ocean, a blue planet actually. We live in Earth, 29 of it land, and the rest are water. So consider yourself, you are just like the visitor of this Earth.
Yeah,
So
Where is your favorite spot to go diving locally?
Asia, Philippines, and Indonesia.
Okay.
And mostly I go in December, either with family or some kind of photography, underwater photography trips.
And here in the UAE?
UAE East Coast, definitely. I love all the 770 kilometers of our coast.
Okay.
Well, would you say free diving has any theoretical benefits? Like, is it a stress reliever?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Being with the under the water, you are connected with nature. So you are literally connected with sodium. Inhale, exhale, adding more oxygen to your body. In addition that you are just your eyes connected with the blue cold colors, I would say, that makes you feel very comfortable. Usually after the dive, people will feel like, oh, we are tired, we have done a lot of things. But I told them no. I feel like I'm so excited when I do another 4 dives after.
Wow.
It's interesting because my knowledge of free diving comes from this Netflix show called The Deepest Breath.
Yeah.
And have you seen it? So but maybe that's extreme because they show female divers going for the record, and it shows them maybe being underwater for, I can't remember how many minutes, but when they come up, they've lost consciousness, and it's quite extreme.
Yeah.
So, do you have any kind of thoughts on that in comparison with what you do?
Actually, it's all about safety. We have to take safety in consideration in any way. Well, the diving license, same like the driving license. If you know the signs, you know the rules, the regulation, the safety, you should not be concerned about any. But I know those are going for a national record. They are not going for fun. So they are putting themselves under high pressure, and also they are consuming lots of oxygen. We're just holding our breath, using and consuming the only oxygen that we have in our body. That's why they black out actually, in a certain time, because on the way down they're fine, but on the way out they will lose. And usually it's not recommended to do that maximum. You have to train the body, you have to train the lung, you have to keep training to put yourself in a way ready for any pressure or any maximum depth.
How do you handle any moments of anxiety or fear? Because it's not easy.
I don't feel.
Do you not feel any anxiety?
Like, when you look at yourself down underwater and you look up, just close. We're not that far. We were not at that depth. Actually, we just having fun. We're doing
Even for the first time ever trying it, did you not get scared? Like you just jumped in right in?
Believe me, when I missed the water, I would go to the swimming pool just to practice and put myself underwater for a couple of weeks. Because, inhaling, exhaling, it's exactly the same that you're doing when you do yoga. It's the same. I would say I'm practicing double the time what I do in the gym. So.
And was it always like this for you growing up?
Yes.
You're adventurous.
Yeah.
You took this amazing underwater photo where you're wearing traditional Emirati clothes. I think a lot of people have seen it. So how did the idea for that come? We probably have... Oh, it's up here. People can see it. And what was it like to create it?
Actually, one of the underwater photographer, her name is Arwa. She's also advanced diver, I think. So she was like, she comes up with the idea, why don't you come as a free diver underwater and do some traditional? Because I do have all of everything, but I don't usually have someone to take a photo for me underwater. So I would say like, okay, let's give it a try. So we had that test at that time with the traditional dress, with the gold and burqa and everything. I can see them, but barely, just like having the maximum time. And I have the safety diver with me. She will take a lots of photo. We will check it and come back. It takes us around 4 hours up and down, but it was enjoyable.
It's cool.
But did you face any challenges while doing this photo shoot, like with the clothing and the accessories?
No, because I put underneath the swimming clothing, so I was like fully covered, but I put the rest, just to tight up. I had my weight belt under the Kendora, but still, I need the safety buddy next to me in case he need to push me up and leave, or I will open but I can handle it. It was easy, smooth, and nice.
It's a gorgeous picture, honestly. Like, you look so good.
Thank you.
How important is it to you to be representing Emirati women in such a creative and a new way, especially on Emirati Women's Day?
It's always inspiring me by the other photographers to put myself as a female diver, female scuba diver, and in a position that I have to represent and come up with the best picture of an Emirati woman. Purely from my inside, I want to just not only inspire the girls and the women, even to put the children in a position that they can do in the future something better than what we have done so far.
So cool.
So what would your advice be for young Emirati girls who want to get into out-of-the-norm hobbies?
They have to try it. They have to give their self a chance to try it and experience it, so they can see what they can do. I always put them in a position, I would say, if you don't have the knowledge and the trial, you will not have the experience. So you have to put it just like a normal formula. Try and take the knowledge before you go, and definitely you will have the experience. Later you will be an expert in your field.
And for anyone today watching who is interested in becoming a free diver, can you give them one piece of advice?
Absolutely. Do a lot of training, dry training, and then come to the East Coast.
Okay.
So you have to love
the ocean is calling. The ocean is calling always.
Amazing. What an inspiring story. Thank you so much, Khawla Al Shehhi, for joining us today. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Massa.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of the show on this beautiful Friday morning. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you right back here on Monday morning. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
A lot of stories.